Hey guys, welcome back, and my condolences to anyone that overly invested or got wrecked by the Luna ecosystem, and to the rest of us whose portfolios are probably underwater in the red. And that's just kind of the name of the game. There's ups, there's downs. This happens to be one of the downturns, and if you know how to properly hedge against the downturns, you're gonna be okay, because as they say, bull markets may make you rich, but bear markets make you wealthy. Finding a great NFT project isn't what it used to be, especially in this kind of bear market in 2022 that we are in. So let's go over some tools and tips that I've used to help me find up and coming NFT projects before they break out. And of course, before we begin, I have to say this is not financial advice. And you really should DYOR. You gotta learn to do some things hands-on, like figure out how to analyze a project, know how to trade, and ask the right questions about, is this the docs team? Who are they really if they're not docs, and can you trust them? Is the roadmap copy-paste? Is this one of those, we're gonna be a TV show? Because most likely they're not. Overall, know that time in the market beats timing the market. So what's the next big NFT project? Well, nobody knows, but everybody wants to know. That's because NFTs are really fun and more community driven than most other things right now. And a great mint or secondary market purchase can generate more value than many other opportunities we have elsewhere. This powerful combo makes the hunt for cool NFT projects really exciting. So whatever your NFT goals are, here's what I've used to help me find up and coming NFT projects before they get big. Tip number one is to track your favorite collections closely. Basically, track the communities that you're a fan of, because oftentimes you'll be among the first to learn the alpha that's generated within these communities. So partnerships between new projects and major existing projects are really common, and you can often grab some allow list spots by being in one of the communities. Most likely there's going to be dedicated channels in their Discord servers for collab allow list giveaways. For example, Shark DAO, they tweeted that the upcoming Chimpers was mentioned for the first time in their Discord, and now Chimps is primed to be one of the most hyped projects coming out in the space. So if you have been in the Shark DAO community, you would have heard of this project 4 months ago. So Discord and Twitter are your friends. Tip number two is follow the talent. So like and subscribe. First, there's a whole wave of new apps that can make it easy to follow the activity of interesting wallets. For example, there's Flip and Context. There is context.app, where you can watch the wallets of people you know and don't know. So here on the left side, you have your home, your search, and your suggested wallets. This is going to be your top sales. You can connect your wallet to customize the different wallets that you want to follow. And then on the left side, you can also discover what's minting now, what's trending, and they have a pre-made section of lists for you, like top sales, friends with benefit members, and etc. So really cool, easy UI to follow and to use. The play with these sort of apps is to find people that you think are the smart money wallets who probably have better access to information than you, and then, when you can, follow what they do. Some tools that you can use to help you find what's trending are websites like Icy Tools, Mentyscore, Nansen.ai, Flips.finance. There's Dunes Analytics, a really popular one that I like to use on my Tuesday live streams. There's multiple dashboards on Dune Analytics that you can use. What's Minting.live, NFT Nerds, Zeta, Flipper, Project Whitelist, Trait Sniper, Rarity Tools. There's so many now. So have a look at all of them and pick a few that you really like and can make sense of easily, and just test them out. And beyond these apps, you can also go to the water coolers of the NFT space like Discord and Twitter to listen to interesting conversations. Analytics is really important when you want to be in the game at this point in time, just because now there's a level of sophistication that really requires you to know some analytics in order to not be disadvantaged. Tip number three is observe the trend. For example, earlier this year, Layer 0 Labs introduced its Layer 0 Omnichain protocol. The system offered a new way to manage interoperability among many different blockchains, And not long after its launch, the first wave of omnichain NFTs arrived. And if you had notifications on this channel, you would have seen my videos here about those omnichain NFTs. So within a matter of days, more than a few of the first free-to-mint omnichain NFT collections saw their floor prices skyrocket as interested newcomers flooded into the collections. You really have to be in the space or to follow somebody who is in the space full-time to more easily see these ever-changing narratives. One week it could be the narrative is anime NFTs, and the next week it could be about 3D PFP NFTs, and the next week it could be about omnichain NFTs. So unless you're full-time in the space getting your feet wet, you probably should be following somebody who does observe trend surges. So if you look at my Twitter, I've actually curated a great group of people in the space to follow, and I turn on tweet notifications for the ones that I have noticed who seem to have their finger on the pulse. So tip 4 is to stay informed. Your network is your net worth. You can go fast alone, but you can go further together. Whether this is via alpha call groups or organic Twitter chat groups, your best bet is to plug into great news aggregation sources and group chats to stay current on everything as best as you can. A great news aggregator that I use is cryptopanic.com. Another one is The Daily Ape. But most of these publications are going to come out a little after the fact. And if you don't have an organic community on Twitter or Discord that you can plug into, maybe consider buying into one of these alpha call groups. There's a lot of them. It seems like every project now comes with it built in. There's an alpha channel in probably 90% of all the Discord group projects that I'm in. And if you pay for the premium ones, such as Project Whitelist, they have dedicated staff that do this full time for you. They will be the ones with their ears on the ground, networking with other people that are in other projects, analyzing the projects, researching them, giving you kind of a breakdown and their take on it. For example, this project is upcoming, looks really solid team, etc., etc. And with so many people now actively in such alpha groups, you're really at a disadvantage if you're not in one. And last but not least is tip number 5, be in the right place at the right time. And I know this is easier said than done, but when it comes down to it, a lot of things in life do still require a little bit of luck. And this is one of them. Sometimes finding a great NFT project really early is about lucky timing. For example, the people that minted Bored Apes last year, they didn't have probably half of these things because it was such a new and underdeveloped space, and they just happened to be lucky in the right place and right time. The space is really matured to a point where you can't rely on that alone. For me, I just happened to see Cool Cats one night and got one in before they blew past 1 ETH. And I'm sure as the space continues to mature and traders become increasingly sophisticated, so will the tools and analytics. I hope you found this helpful, and hopefully you DYOR and try some of these out yourselves. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one.